right? If you're an independent artist, you've got the creative part down. But let's be real, the true game changer, it's learning how to own your music. And I'm not just talking about making it. I'm talking about building a financial system, a business that makes your art work for you, paying you long after you've wrapped up in the studio. So let's just get right to it. Why aren't you getting paid for every single stream? It's the question, right? You see those numbers going up and up, but then you look at your bank account and it just doesn't add up. You're grinding, but where's the reward? Well, here's the thing. It's not about how popular you are, it's about plumbing. Yeah, seriously. Your money isn't lost. It's just sitting there waiting for you to build the pipes to go and get it. And this is where it gets kind of crazy. We're talking about billions with a B, billions of dollars in royalties just sitting in these unclaimed accounts all over the world. That's your money. Money that belongs to artists just like you. And why is it there? Simply because the right paperwork, the right registrations were never filled out. It's a huge problem for sure, but guess what? It's a problem you can actually solve. Okay, so think of this explainer as your map, your blueprint. We're going to build that royalty pipeline together, piece by piece, and once we're done, it'll work for you 24/7. Seriously. It'll automatically grab money from a radio spin over in Tokyo, a coffee shop playlist in London, and yeah, every single one of those Spotify streams. This is how you get to real financial ownership. But hold on, before we start building, we've got to get the foundation right. And it's this. Every song you make actually lives in two different worlds at the same time. You've got the song, that's the melody, the lyrics, the core idea. That world pays songwriters and publishers. Then you've got the recording. That's the actual audio file, the master recording people listen to. That world pays the performer and whoever owns the master. Now, here's the absolute key for any indie artist. You are all of those people. You're the songwriter, you're the publisher, you're the performer, and you're the label, which means you are owed money from both of these worlds. You just need to set up the collectors for each one. All right, let's get our hands dirty. We're building the first part of our pipeline right now. This is gateway number 1, public performance. This is like the OG of music royalties. It's all about getting paid anytime your song is played in public. And the key to this whole thing, your performing rights organization, or as you'll hear it, your PRO. So what exactly is a performance royalty? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. It's the cash you earn whenever your music gets played publicly, broadcast for an audience. It's one of the most basic fundamental ways songwriters have been getting paid for ages. And what's wild is just how broad this is. I mean, yeah, we're talking about the obvious stuff, radio, TV, your own gigs, of course, but it goes so much deeper. Think about the music playing in the background at a cafe or in a bar or a shop you walk into. Even streams on Spotify count. Every single one of those plays generates a little piece of that performance royalty. So the big question, how do you actually collect this money? It's a 3-step deal. Pretty straightforward. First, you join your local pro. If you're in the UK, that's PRS. In the US, you're looking at ASCAP or BMI. Second, and listen, this part is absolutely critical. You have to register as both a writer and a publisher. If you skip the publisher part, you're literally leaving half your money on the table. And finally, you register every single song. You give them the unique ISRC code, which is kind of like a fingerprint for your track, and make sure all the collaborator splits are perfect. Do that and boom, the first big pipe is connected, okay? Pipe number 1 connected. We're officially collecting money when your song is performed. But wait, what about when it's reproduced? That brings us to our next gateway, the whole world of mechanical royalties. So the word mechanical sounds a little old school, right? It actually comes from the old days of mechanically pressing vinyl records and CDs, but today it just means any reproduction. So that could be someone buying your record, sure, but it's also someone downloading an MP3. Heck, even an on-demand stream on Apple Music counts because it technically creates a temporary copy on their phone. All of that is a mechanical reproduction. Okay, so how do we grab these royalties? Gateway number 2 is a big one, the traditional powerhouse, the Harry Fox Agency or HFA. For ages, these guys have been the main collectors for physical stuff like CDs and vinyl plus digital downloads in the US. This is an essential first stop on your mechanicals journey, but the digital world is messy. HFA doesn't cover everybody, and that leads us straight to gateway number 3, Music Reports Inc. or MRI. You might be asking, wait, why another one? Well, it's simple. Some of the huge players like Amazon Music and YouTube Music, they just decided to work with MRI to handle their mechanicals. So if you want your money from those platforms, you gotta be signed up here too. Yeah, this whole system with different collectives was getting really complicated, so much so that the US government actually stepped in. They passed the Music Modernization Act, and that created our fourth gateway, the Mechanical Licensing Collective, or the MLC. The easiest way to think about it is as the new official hub for collecting all digital mechanicals from streaming in the US. It was built for one reason: to solve that unclaimed money problem we talked about. So for any streams on Spotify, Apple Music, you name it, the MLC is now the law. It's totally non-negotiable. It's your digital safety net. Okay, quick recap. Everything we've talked about so far, all four gateways, that was all about paying the songwriter and the publisher. But remember those two worlds of music rights? It's time to pivot. We're now jumping over to the other side, the recording. This is all about getting you paid as a... And that brings us to our fifth and final gateway, Sound Exchange. Now these guys handle a very specific kind of royalty. It's for digital performance of the master recording. This comes from what's called non-interactive services. Just think of it like internet radio, Pandora, Sirius XM, that kind of thing. This is money that goes to the artist and the label, not the songwriter. And check this out, because this right here is why Sound Exchange is an indie artist's secret weapon. Look at how they split the money. 45% goes to the featured artist, but a whopping 50% goes to the rights owner, aka the label. And since you're an independent artist who owns your masters, you're the artist and you're the label. You get to collect both of those shares. That's 95% of this entire royalty stream coming straight to you. Alright, let's step back for a second and just look at what we've built. We've put together a complete system. We have now connected all the pipes from every major royalty source, and they're all pointing directly to your bank account. And here it is, your cheat sheet to music ownership. It's this simple. Your Paro gets your performance money, HFA, MRI, and the MLC all work together to grab your mechanicals. That's the reproduction cash. And Sound Exchange, they collect your digital performance money, paying you as both the artist and the owner. You master these 5 registrations, you master your income, period. And by setting up these 5 gateways, you've actually done it. You have built the pipeline. From now on, every stream, every radio spin, every sale, no matter where it happens in the world, it triggers a payment that finds its way back home to you. Your music isn't just art anymore. It's an asset that's making you money even while you sleep. And really, this is the big mindset shift, isn't it? The artist performs, but the CEO owns. Performing is your craft, it's what you love. But owning, that's your career. You're not just making songs anymore. You're building a catalog, a collection of valuable assets that are going to work for you for a long, long time. Look, this is it. This is how you go from just being a musician to being the CEO of your own sound. It's how you finally take control and claim every single cent you've rightfully earned. So really, there's only one question left to ask. Are you ready to become the CEO of your sound?